All right, we are back with another game of blue-white, Eldrazi, and taxes, and this hand looks pretty good. We have a blue-white land, we have an Eldrazi temple, so on turn 2 we can play Arbiter or Sky Spawner, probably Sky Spawner since it is going to help me get to this Thought-Knot Seer. And these other cards are also pretty good, so I'm definitely going to keep this. I wish I had a little more interaction. Like a path would make this hand pretty perfect, but we are going to keep this. All right, Inspector's Great Draw. Gives me something to do on turn 1. Peek. My opponent is casting Peek at me. That's not a card you see very often. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe this is some sort of combo deck that's trying to see if the coast is clear. I could see some sort of blue-red Kiln Fiend Thing in the Ice deck playing this, so that might be what is happening. Another island, and no action. So it could just be a control deck, and maybe he doesn't have... I don't know, I think Opt just has to be better than Peek in most scenarios, unless you're playing combo. Thalia might be the better play here, because this looks like a deck that has a lot of non-creature effects. But I'm gonna play the Sky Spawner. I think that this could be a counter. Like he might be playing some sort of mono blue control deck, and I would rather this card get countered than Thalia. Okay, well we resolve, and this is still a good clock too. So I think until I know a little more, this is just the safe play. A second Peek. So not only did they want a Peek effect, but they run multiples. And the second one is obviously not as good as the first, since he's only getting one new piece of information. Wow, a third Peek. Okay. I want to peek at their hand because I'm really curious what's going on. Okay, so there's the mountain. That's what I figured, is that it's some sort of blue-red spells mattered stacks. Pentad Prism. Okay. That's interesting. Like, the Peeks and the Pentad Prism just scream combo, but I don't know what that combo is. Maybe some sort of Through the Breach deck? Well, we're going to swing, and I think we play Thought-Knot Seer. I think I need to take a little peek at their hand and see what's going on, because if they are playing Through the Breach, I need to interact with them now, so I don't just lose on the next turn. Well, we are just going to take a Faithless Looting, I think, here. Don't want them to... Just to help deny them from sculpting their hand. But now that I know their hand, yeah, definitely we're going to be playing this Thalia next turn. Okay, so we know there are 4 cards. There's Looting that we knew about. Discarding a Pyretic Ritual and a Mana Leak. So he's keeping the Teleria West, but he needs to transmute as a sorcery, so I might get to see what's going on here. No, he's just passing with mana up. Well, seeing the leak does tell me that he's playing some sort of counter magic. Either way, I'm going to start by swinging in. Okay, and yeah, let's just play a Thalia. Hopefully he didn't draw a counter spell. And this can really slow him down and prevent him from doing whatever crazy spell combo he's trying to do. Yeah, Thalia makes Pyretic Rituals look pretty foolish. 3 mana to add 3 mana to your mana pool is quite futile. Thalia resolves. Now, I mean, he knew about the Thalia, so he had to be digging for an answer for that, I think, with the Faithless Looting. So I'm surprised a little bit to not see Faithless Looting get flashed back there at his, like, on his turn when he realized he didn't have an answer to Thalia. Plays a Mountain, so he has 3 cards in hand. One of them's a Ritual, one of them's a Teleria West. I don't know what that third card is, but I've got lethal on board, so he's going to need something. Alright, another land is good. Well, I'm just going to start by swinging in. I mean, maybe we've got lethal here if he doesn't have any interaction. Yeah, and he just concedes. So not sure what was going on there. Admittedly, all these basics does kind of scream budget deck to me, so it's possible he is just he's trying something a little weird, a little wacky. Doesn't have the cards, maybe doesn't have Serum Visions. He's using Peaks instead. But I have a feeling this is some sort of Storm deck. Definitely, I want Rest in Peace. These decks typically rely on their graveyard, either for Pyromancer's Ascension. Maybe he does have Past in Flames. At the very worst, it can cut off the second half of Faithless Looting. So I like that card. Core Firewalker could be interesting, just to gain me life every time he casts a red spell. Makes comboing off with Grape Shot a little harder if that's what he's going for, but I don't know if I really like that. Maybe if I'm worried about Grape Shot, just Ley Line's going to be better. Cards I'm cutting, I'm going to trim on Path. I'll leave one in just because I don't know what's going on. But I am going to trim on Path. Flicker Wisp. Now, Flicker Wisp is fine. I think, well, yeah, I'll cut a Flicker Wisp, and I'll cut a Drowner. Just go a little lower to the ground, and let's try bringing in these cards right here. Okay. This is an awkward hand. We have our hate cards. We've got Leyline, we've got Rest in Peace. But we just don't have any more lands. I think this is a mulligan. We just need more lands. And this is better. You know, we still have a Rest in Peace, which is the better of the hate cards. And we can follow it up with a Splicer. We even have Smasher, so I'm going to keep this. My opponent also mulliganed to 6, so they probably won't have too fast of a start. Cavern. Cavern's nice. Like, I know he has counter magic, and Reality Smasher can't be countered. It's very powerful. But I think I just want more action. I think I'll draw more lands. And if I'm not drawing lands, I'm drawing spells, which I'm certainly happy with. All right, Sleight of Hand. All right, Seachrome Coast. Got a Ghost Quarter. Probably not too useful against my opponent, but it is another land to get us to 5 for Reality Smasher. All right, Faithless Looting. Getting rid of a Mana Leak and a Mountain. Yeah, I'll just play Wastes. I don't think it matters. So Rest in Peace is coming down. So hopefully that's good against this deck. I really don't know. This is really kind of a guess. But it did get half of that Faithless Looting, so a little bit of value there at the very least. We drew a Plains, so we will definitely be playing Smasher on 5. Hopefully we can get another card to fill in that gap on 4. Pentad Prism, sure. Okay, cool. Eldrazi Temple. Not that I like seeing land, but this does mean I can Smasher on 4. So I'm just going to start by playing that. And play myself a Blade Splicer and pass the turn. Alright, Ritual. Looks like my opponent is going off. Whatever it is that they do, they're about to do it right now. Possibility Storm. Okay. That makes sense. So the Tolaria West is to find Endless One. And that's your creature. And he's going to tutor up an Emrakul. I like it. I like it a lot. He looks like he doesn't have the Endless One, though. Path. Path doesn't kill Emrakul, and he gets to take the extra turn because you do cast the card you exile with Possibility Storm. Well, we are going to roll the dice ourselves here. We're going to play Smasher. And that is going to get swapped with a random creature in our deck. Looks like a Restoration Angel. Yeah, I'll cast it. Flickering this Blade Splicer here. I misappointed damage this way, but I do get an extra Golem. So I'm definitely using the ability. Yeah, so we just have to hope that our opponent doesn't have a Tolaria West and doesn't have an Endless One. But he should have, I believe they run 4 Tolaria Wests. Yeah, and there it is. So our opponent will be casting Emrakul. Yep, Endless One. And they just have the one Endless One, so Emrakul is the only thing he can find. Casting it, taking the extra turn. Yeah, I can't path this Emrakul. I can't really do anything. So I think Rest in Peace was probably not the card I wanted. I guess Rest in Peace means that if he draws the Emrakul, he's kind of out of luck. Because they usually use looting to get it back into the graveyard. And shuffle it into their library. So with Rest in Peace, it won't shuffle into the library because it doesn't go to the graveyard. Weird that he's showing me more cards. Although I guess I've seen his whole deck. Because he revealed it all with the Endless One. So we can see he's got a bunch of Possibility Storms. He's really just trying to get to Possibility Storm as soon as possible. He brought in some Crumble to Dusts. I don't know if that's that good against me. Yeah, I don't think I have an answer to this. I guess Eldrazi Displacer. But I can't sacrifice this. I would need all of my lands to play Displacer and then just keep the Emrakul tapped down. If I go Flicker Wisp into Displacer, that could win. Okay. That's the out we're playing to. So, losing the other path. Post sideboard, which is good, since that's a bit of a dead draw. Okay, doesn't matter. We didn't draw it, so we are going to concede and go to game 3. Settle the Wreckage is an answer to Emrakul. I think it's the only one on our deck, so that's definitely a consideration. Drowner can tap down Emrakul, so that's a consideration. Celestial Purge just can exile Possibility Storm, so I want that. Oh, I guess I sided out the Flicker Wisp. I had forgotten, so yeah, I guess I was definitely just dead there. Rest in Peace is pretty meh. Sanctity, not what he's doing. So let's bring in these cards. I guess I'll bring that Rest in Peace back in because I don't know what else I would want. I guess maybe a Stony because it turns off Pentad Prism. All right, let's try that. Would you like to play first? Yes, I would. Yeah, this is good. I have a Inspector into a Thalia. I need land, but the Inspector clue hopefully will help dig me to that. I'll be taking some points of damage from the wastes, but he doesn't really have any way to deal damage to me other than Emrakul, so my life total is really not that important here. Bolting my Thraben Inspector. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Thraben Inspector is not really a threat. He's probably going to be wishing that he saved that for Thalia. Okay, still no land. So we got 2 more draw steps to get one before we're missing a land drop. Thalia should slow him down, though, quite a bit. Okay, cool. We drew a land. Sky Spawner or Displacer? I guess Displacer, because that can beat an Emrakul that resolves by just tapping it down. So this is the card I want to have him play the most. I mean, both Sky Spawner and Displacer put 3 power on board, so the clock's the same. Although I need a lot of permanence in play to survive the first hit with Emrakul, if he can Possibility Storm and Emrakul in the same turn. Alright, Pentad Prism. Alright, another land. Yeah, I think because I drew that other land, I'm just going to swing in for 5 and not play anything. He needs 6 mana to play Possibility Storm. So he would need a land, use up all of his Pentad Prism effects, and then if he does have that and the Endless one, then I can use Eldrazi Displacer to keep Emrakul from coming in, and if he doesn't do anything, then Restoration Angel can flash in and increase my clock. So here comes another Pentad Prism. Sure, that's fine. Restoration Angel. It's funny, because Thalia makes Pentad Prism cost more, if he was a 3-color deck, he could actually get 3 charge counters on Pentad Prism. Because it would make it cost 3, and then he could spend 3 colors of mana on it. So I'll just flicker, it doesn't really matter. I won't use it, it doesn't matter. Colonnade, it's a land. Yeah, we will swing for 8, so my opponent is, like, I have lethal in play. So, yeah, there's no reason to play anything. I'll just hold up Displacer's ability, and hopefully we can win through there. Is it Charm? Killing, or attempting to kill, Thalia. If I flicker Thalia, he won't be able to Possibility Storm, so I guess I'll just do that. Alright, so Thalia got flickered. Is it Charm gets fizzled. And my opponent is just passing. Okay, well, we will swing for lethal here. He needs to take out 2 of my creatures in order to not die. Doesn't look like he's doing that, though. So, yep, that's the game. Yeah, I definitely think we're favored. Possibility Storm seems like a very fragile combo deck. Emrakul Breach, like a Blue Moon Breach deck, I think is probably the best way to cheat in Emrakul, because you typically only need 1 hit in with it to win. So taking down Blue-Red Possibility Storm with Blue-White Eldrazi and taxes.